Hey folks, so this video is for people that are thinking about launching a product online, but in their head, they're like, what happens if this fails, right? Now, this is going to be a general video. I obviously don't know your specific situation, so I can't speak from exactly where you're at, but I can give you my 2 cents on products, having invested in, countless products over the years. I mean, 40, 50, 60 products. I don't know. I've seen some fail. I've seen some succeed, but I've very rarely seen like complete flops. That just doesn't happen, right? Let me explain why, right? When you're starting out, right, let's first of all think, what is your goal? And I done a video on this previously, but the goal that you have initially on your first product launch should be to learn how this whole thing works and set your product up for success on orders 2, 3, 4, and 5, and so on, right? Like, we're playing the long-term game here. We're not playing a short-term game. Nevertheless, I want to outline to you how I think about orders, profit, and how you can look at that, right? So if you're going out for profit on your first order, you may be disappointed, right? But let me give you a rundown on what ways you can get out of a product that necessarily isn't working the way you want. Okay, so we've done everything in terms of product research, samples, IP, content suppliers, all that stuff is done, right? The product is in the fulfillment center. Let's say it's in the US or it's in the UK. And for whatever reason, it's just not selling in the numbers we would like. My clock is ringing here, but we'll keep going, right? So not selling in the numbers we would like. But that doesn't mean it's failed. It means that we just don't have a great run rate. Now, what can we do about that? Number one, we can increase the amount of traffic that comes onto our page. Now, traffic is people, it's visitors, right? Now, probably one of the best and quickest ways to do that is to spend more on PPC. That's Amazon's pay-per-click. It's Amazon's advertisement system. And what that does is it puts our product in front of more people. And if our product is in front of more people are going to click on it. Again, another improvement we can make is to make sure our image, our hero image, which is the image you see when you search for an item on Amazon, and our title is completely optimized, along with really good search terms, again, that are optimized. If we can make sure all this is right, we can get more people coming onto our listing. If we got more people onto our listing, we get better conversion rate, which means that we increase our run-through rate, which means our product is still profitable and we're selling more units, which means that the order becomes more and more viable, right? But let's say we do all that, we just end up spending more on PPC, we make a few more sales, but we're not really making money, right? And you decide, I don't really want this product anymore, or I'm not really feeling it, right? And you've done everything in terms of like optimizing your creative, you've done the whole works, right? And you want to get out of it, right? What you can do is you can start thinking about selling on other platforms. So Shopify, eBay, TikTok. List your product on all these platforms. And what happens then is we again increase our run rate because we've got more traffic, more eyeballs on our product. If we can do that, we can get more sales, which means suddenly our product is more profitable because we're moving more units, right? And the cool thing is Amazon will pick and pack that item, which means that, if someone orders it on TikTok Shop or someone orders it on eBay, Amazon will post it out to them if you want. Which means, again, you don't have to handle the product, right? So that's really, really cool. It's a good way of looking at it. Just getting more run through. It's brilliant, right? But let's say, hypothetically, you do all that and you're still not getting to where you want to be, right? We need to think about our numbers. Now, we know we're making, say, £10 profit per unit, right? And the competition are selling at £5 less than us, right? So we know that we can, reduce our price to the competition. And we obviously have a better item, but we can reduce our price to the competition. And, there's demand at that price for the other competing item. That really should help our conversion rate because we got a better price, right? But let's say we do that and it still doesn't sell in the numbers we would like. We can keep going lower and lower and lower until we're at break even. Now, can you sell at break even? I would like to think you can because you're super competitive there. You got a better product and you got a better price, right? So that should really help your sell-through rate. But that's your break even, guys. Worst case scenario, you want out. You can lower your price slightly below break even. Like, guys, you are super, super competitive. If you've done your research right and you have proven demand, that product is going to sell at that price. Now, you may have made a small loss, but that's just a loss on the order. I need you to look at this in terms of your life, in terms of your business. What you've done is you have learned how to do this process. And this is something that as long as people are buying products online or in shops, you can do again and again and again. And guys, you will get better and better and better. And it has not failed. In fact, it has succeeded. Guys, my life, my business life, has just been one failure to the next to the next. And every time I fail at something, I learn something new and I apply it and I apply it and I get better and better and better until suddenly I'm not really failing anymore. Things are just working out. You have to fail to succeed. And that's not me saying this is going to fail for you. I'm just outlining what would happen if you feel your product has failed. I don't think it has. I think you've come away and you've actually learned this really complicated, really advanced, art, I would say, of bringing a product to market with your own branding, your own creative, and interacting with customers and just building something from you, building something of tangible worth. That's not a fail. That's a success, guys. That's a success. So just this video, I hope it resonates with you and I hope it helps inspire you to say, do you know what? I'll love to give this a go, because what's the worst that can happen? And that is, guys, in my mind, the worst that can happen. You lose a small amount of money, but you've actually learned a really, really valuable skill that will stick with you for life. It'll stick with you for life. And this is not easy stuff. Like there's a lot to this. But if you're listening to this video, if you're watching this, I think you already know that. And you know that if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. But you also know that you can make this work, right? And as long as you know where you stand, and that is where you stand. Because if this resonates with you, as I said, let me know down in the comments. If I haven't made something clear enough for you, let me know as well. I will do my best. I'll re-record, I'll make more videos, I'll answer any questions. And yeah, thanks so much for watching and take care.